Hello there, and welcome back to another episode of Daily Magic. My name is SlytherinKnight, and I'm so happy you could join me. So today's daily is to cast 20 blue or green spells. Pretty basic, as per usual. And we're going to try, this is a Simic Tempo deck that comes from Hello Good Gaming. It interests me. It's not the exact deck I'm using some one-off cards from the extra deck that the guy provided, just because there's some cards I didn't have the full copies of that I didn't really want to use wild cards on. But this is interesting. I really have no idea how this is going to go, but let's talk about it a little bit. So just to go through each card, we have Into the Flood Maw, a good way to just keep things off the battlefield, you know, especially because we do have some early creatures with Cenote Scout, Floodpits Drowner, and Sentinel of the Nameless City, but still 3 steps ahead, both for countering spells and maybe even making copies of our stuff. Cenote Scout is a pretty decent one drop that, you know, half the time is going to be a 2/2 instead of a 1/1. Smuggler Surprise is kind of our easiest way of getting some of our bigger, more expensive creatures out on the field, because for, 6 total mana, you can get 2 creatures cards from your hand on the battlefield. Typically, we're going to be focusing on things like Koma and Summon Leviathan. Both of those are going to be like the main things we're focusing on, trying to get onto the field like that. Floodpits Drowner just to kind of slow things down on our opponent's side. Esper Origins for a little bit of life gain, a little bit of surveil, and to play it later, like when we have a lot of other stuff on the field, to give everything a boost, like a couple turns later. So, nice. Sentinel of the Nameless City, just a really good 3 mana value creature. 3 power, 4 toughness, vigilance, creates map tokens, which can be an easy way of either powering up your stuff or getting more land. 1 copy, this is kind of where, these 1 copies are the ones that I needed to fill in the 60 cards, and they kind of interest me. Summoner's Grimoire. This is another way of getting a fairly expensive thing out on the field, and if it's an enchantment, it's tapped and attacking, which is pretty cool. So a good one to kind of focus on would be Summon Leviathan, because it comes out as a 6/6 attacking creature that also gets rid of everything else on the field. So, not a bad idea. Overlord of the Hauntwoods, mainly it's here to get some more mana. Kiora, another way of getting cards on the field whenever you cast a Kraken, Leviathan, Octopus, or Serpent. Spell from your hand, look at the top X cards of your library, where X is that spell's mana value. You may cast a spell with mana value less than X from among them without paying its mana cost. So another way of getting something really easy on the field. Again, typically it's going to be something like playing Koma to get... If we play Koma, we can get anything out on the field. Play Leviathan, you can get anything this direction out on the field. So typically you're going to be wanting to do Koma. Yeah, get Koma out on the field, and then play something else. Anyway, the only thing I don't really like about the deck is that, Summon Leviathan, its first thing is that it's going to get rid of anything that is not a Kraken, Leviathan, Merfolk, Octopus, or Serpent. It's going to send it back to the hand, which includes Hauntwood, Summoner's Grimoire, and that's it, actually. Yeah, just those 2. Oh, and Marang River Regent, if you have that on the field. It's going to send these 3 back to your hand if they're on the field when you play Summon Leviathan, which I guess really isn't a bad thing. Truly, it's not that bad of a thing, because each of these have... Actually, no, that's actually... Yeah, now that I think about it, that's a good thing, because each of these have abilities that, when they're played, trigger. So that's actually, that's not bad. Kind of a strategic way of using that. Anyway, I think I've talked about enough. You kind of get the idea. This deck will probably be a one-off episode, just because tempo is not my favorite way of playing. But we're gonna give it a shot. I might hold on to it, use it a little bit in between episodes to see if I can get a better feel for it. But This isn't bad. Yeah, this actually is not a bad start. Start off with the island so we can Flood Maw something that they play. All we need is more. All we need is more land. Stadium, I'll let you keep that. I'll let you keep that for now. Impact trimmers. Okay. Another impact trimmers. Joy. I guess they can do that, yeah. That is a little annoying, but it's fine. Go ahead and drop that out. Pass. Gonna force that back to their hand. Mainly so that they don't get additional triggers with it. That actually ends up being a good thing. Still can't play you just yet. That's fine. Ooh. Fine. That might come in handy. And I am getting an Overlord next turn, so I'll start being able to generate. Never mind. Okay. I'll take it. I kind of get the feeling our opponent there just was running a pretty low powered deck, low, like literally low creature power deck that relies more heavily on overwhelming me with non-combat damage with their impact trimmers, and I guess they just weren't getting what they needed, so I'll take it. No, I'll definitely take it. I was not really expecting a win, but like I said, I'll take it. Glad to see kind of the early game of the deck is kind of strong enough to survive. Because that could have been nasty. But yeah, I'll take it. Anyway, match number 2. I don't like not having something to do on my first turn, but I'm not completely against this. You never know, I might draw an Into the Flood Maw or a Cenote Scout. Oh, okay, well, that actually makes me feel a little bit better. Playing a Fabled Passage on their first turn, Plains, interesting. Up the Beanstalk? That's not great. Oh, are they playing? Is this a Una deck? Is that what they're playing? Definitely looks like it. So I'm going to do that and pass, because I want to be able to 3 steps ahead whatever they might do. Oh, you little... I hate you. I'm going to go ahead and send this out just to have something on the field. Hidden Grotto, okay. You're kidding. Fine. Come on, play something big. That's fine. That's fine. Fatal Passage. Slows him down a little bit. They're just going for the full thing? Yeah, no. Hello, Koma. Yeah. That's fine. Okay then. I feel like I really shouldn't have won that, but yeah, it's just like, it's that feeling of like, I won that match, and okay, I actually am kind of liking this deck. It's very much something that would probably be annoying to go up against, because I'm not letting you keep anything on your field. I have so many ways of either stun locking or stunning your creatures with Floodpits Drowner, or just sending things back to your hand that there's just not, like, I'm not letting you play, which I guess is kind of the point of a tempo deck, isn't it? I control the tempo of the match, so I don't know, I kind of like it. I actually kind of like it. I was not expecting to actually win both the matches that we played today, and I'm happy with that. Either way, that is where we're going to wrap up the matches. We do have a pact open, so let's get to that. Nothing too interesting. The Wind Crystal. If you would gain life, you gain twice that much life instead. This would be a really good one for a life gain deck, to the point where I might have to look into my, to revamping my mono white deck, adding this to it. Yeah, I kind of like that idea. Anyway. In terms of the deck, I think I'm going to keep it. I'm going to play with it a little bit more. We might see it again in a future episode, because I really did enjoy it. So yeah. Anyway, if you enjoyed this episode, which I do sincerely hope you did, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button down below. And if you happen to be new to the channel, hello, welcome, and please do consider subscribing. And to stay up to date for whenever new content is released, don't forget to hit that bell icon after you subscribe. But other than that, thank you so much for watching. I really, really do appreciate it. And I will see you all next time.